My name is Natasha Beltran, and I'm speaking on behalf of Elite Force Customer Relationship Consulting today. We'd like to start this presentation off by thanking you for honoring us with the opportunity to present our ideas and hopefully come alongside you to make sure City Furniture is the ultimate furniture store. We were able to visit your location on Miami and US 1 several times and conduct extensive research using information made available online to determine where your current standing is. We would like to review that with you first to make sure we completely understand where your company is today to make sure that we can help make a better tomorrow. So let's begin. Your vision, as briefly mentioned before, is to become the ultimate furniture store, and you focus on offering quality furniture at an affordable price. Your competitive advantage is that you offer same-day delivery on orders made before 2 p.m., which is something the competition is currently not doing. You've identified your primary customer as a female between the ages of 25 and 50 years old. Either she's just got out of college and is ready to take on the world, or she's a matriarch who's trying to make her house her home. Or maybe she's 50 years old, newly divorced, and needs to start all over again. The current CRM software you use is the Personal Business Assistant. The benefit of this is that it is a single data warehouse and it's accessible through all 23 of your locations. And the customer survey participation rate is currently at 7%. You mentioned that you don't mind this number being so low because you don't offer incentives as not to skew the data, because you rely on that data to make sure that your strategic moves are accurate. We have a few areas we feel that you could improve. First, for your vision and your strategy. While it's honorable that you would like to be the ultimate furniture store, we feel that it's a little bit vague and could use a little bit more clarification. We want to see this be a little bit more centered on the customer as well. Currently, you're not differentiating between the customers who are adding value to your company and the customers who are not. So we would like to see you optimize the way you use your customer information. Next, because of the 7% survey fill-out rate, we feel that 93% customer satisfaction rate that you mentioned is a little bit obscure. So we'd like to exhaust all ways of making sure that the customer feels valued and that experience is at optimal level. And lastly, technology. We feel that limited mobility is something adverse for your company, and we would like to see your customer service and your agents be able to access customer information from wherever they're standing in the store. So let's go a little bit more into depth of what you can do for your vision and your strategy. As mentioned before, we would like to see it centered on the customer, so we recommend revising it. Make sure that you use exact wording that communicates what the customers mean to you and your company. Next, that new vision would need to be implemented internally. You need to make sure that all employees are on board with your new statement. Whether it's the sales manager or whether it's the janitor, everyone needs to know how important the customer is and what that means and how it relates to their current job. And lastly, your new vision needs to be implemented externally. The market needs to be saturated with the new vision to make sure that customers know that you're there to serve them. The fastest way to accomplish this is through the use of social media. We would like to see you hire a social media manager that will make sure that all your profiles, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest, are used at optimal level. Next is customer information. Currently, you're not determining who those valuable customers are, so we would like for you to engage in finding out what all customer lifetime values. First, you need to establish how long customers stay with you on an average. Next, in computing the customer lifetime value, you'll identify the gold customers, who are customers that are fully satisfied and ready to recommend you to all their friends. Silver customers, who are customers who may require a little bit more marketing and more incentives to stay with you and to engage in a relationship with your company. And lastly, the copper customers, who are customers who create more work and take more revenue and more money to keep than to just get rid of. Secondly, you need to update customer information on a regular basis. We recommend encouraging customers to use a web-based account management system that integrates completely and seamlessly to your CRM software to make sure that it's up to the minute updated. And lastly, we recommend obtaining information for prospects from third-party hosts. The best prospects for any furniture store are people who currently moved in. So we recommend sending out a piece of mail to new neighbors within a 5-mile radius, welcoming them to the neighborhood and inviting them to come visit your store. Next, valued customer experience. We recommend finally asking that ultimate question, which is, would you recommend us to your friends? That will determine who your loyal customers are, and we recommend implementing a VIP program that will make sure that the customers know how valuable they are to you. In the VIP program, you'll measure what they purchased, and in a few months you'll follow up with them to make sure that they're enjoying their purchase. So for instance, if a new mother goes in and purchases a crib, you know in a few months that there's a baby that's going to be sleeping there. So why don't you send her a card congratulating her for her new addition to the family and asking her how the crib is working out. This will make sure that the customers are engaging in a long-term relationship with you that is far beyond after the purchase. Second, we would like for you to increase employee training to 5-star service under all levels. We feel that one of the downfalls of business is that they pick and choose who the leaders are. So make sure that your employees are taking ownership over their work. And make sure that they know what the Ritz-Carlton's 5-star service qualifications are. And lastly, create a reward system for the employees. Happy employees mean happy customers. If your employees are glad that they're there, it's going to show in their work. So make sure that employee morale is high, and you can measure this using the Gallup employee surveys made available online. It'll ask questions like, are you satisfied with your workplace, and are there certain ways that your workplace could improve? If your employees are engaged, so will your customers be. And lastly, technology. We would like for you to use state-of-the-art technology to make sure that you're performing at optimal level. First, we think that the personal business assistant is a little bit dated and doesn't offer as much as the CRM softwares of today. We recommend replacing with one that we currently use personally called Salesforce. Because it runs on the cloud, you'll be able to access customer information from wherever you are, which leads us to our next point. We suggest that all sales team leaders have iPads. Think of how much better it is to close a sale in the living room that you're going to be sitting in a few hours because you made your purchase before 2 p.m. We feel that if you sit behind the computer, it creates negative distance between you and the customer, and that's something that iPads eliminate. So coupled with the new CRM software that runs on the cloud, iPads can boost your productivity greatly. And it can boost the way the customers view you. And lastly, we feel that introducing a City Furniture mobile app is key in making sure that the customer information is up to date. If customers can update their information from their phone, from their iPads, or from wherever they are, it'll make sure that you have appropriate data hygiene and make sure that all of your information can be accurately used to make sure that all the analytics are accurate as well. Again, we want to thank you for taking time of your very busy schedule to consider us. We hope that we're awarded with the opportunity to work with you.